back, everybody, to another episode of Reverse 1999 with your host, Starborn Feline. And we are back where we left off. So, things were looking dicey for him, as soon as they stepped in the cave, it was quite literally a war zone. So, we are now on to part 13 of Chapter 7, The Wave of Art. After the wave, what is left in its wake? Realization, reconsideration, destruction. I don't know where to go with that, but anyway. I'm just gonna shut up now.
Monk! When will they give us the order to attack? What's taking so long? The island is just across the bay. We have men, weapons, supplies, everything. Just give us order and we will take to shore. Check out these bad boys. Anti-Arcanum weapons courtesy of the American from that Walden place. That creep just doesn't sit right with me. He's got that Arcanus stink about him. But his technology is solid and we needed it. We've got to get ahead of the Serbs and the Greeks.
Relax, Georgie. Leave the decisions to the big shots. I'm sure they'll just hug out the differences in the meeting room or something. Besides, you saw the monsters on that island. Can't speak for everyone here, but I don't want to die.
Screw the negotiations! Screw the committee! Like it or not, we were the first ones to find the island, not the Austrians or the Germans. Damn, those Arcanists have gone into hiding again. I swear I could see it from here yesterday. Are those bird-like creatures leaving in droves?
Georgie, brother, leave them be! Come, play with us! George?
What a good opportunity this is. It's too good to pass up. We've got to act now. We will claim what is ours. This island belongs to us. It's in our territory and we were the first to find it. Why shouldn't it be ours?
The Austro-Hungarian Empire has officially declared war on Serbia. Russia is mobilizing in support of Serbia. Germany demands Russia to stop mobilizing at once. Germany is mobilizing. France is mobilizing.
Open the door! It's important! You have to listen to me! No, this can't be. Albert?
Clara, it's odd to see you so flustered. What's the matter? I'm headed to the business school. We'll talk when I get back.
Business school? But didn't you swear to never go back? Ever since your human classmate shot your arm in a duel. Wait, what happened to your arm?
Oh, Ethan. Yes, he wounded me. He had to prove his standing to the Brotherhood. There was no other way. But that's in the past. He gave me his arm, so now we're even. I have to go. I have to find Johnson, Raymond, and Herbert. That little rascal pushed Ilsa into the fountain. We have a score to settle. Take care, Clara.
No, Albert, don't go!
Syndrome is spreading, Doctor. Stay any longer, you'll be infected too. Please, leave with me.
In the parade. Is that Aurora? I just met her at the coffee house last week. We were talking about her wedding.
Watch out, Doctor! Lost their minds! This way, Doctor. We have to get out of here.
Well, I feel bad for Kakanya, and I'm glad we could come back to this episode, or to that story to see what's going on with Marcus and Kakanya. To know our fans is gone down the drain like that. I can't imagine what she's feeling. Especially to see her brother basically falling apart right in front of her. That's nothing easy to take.
I'll do my best.
The moment of silence.
This book?
The moment of utterance.
Or this one?
The moment of silence. The moment of utterance.
This book?
We walk in long nights. Learn from silence.
To read. Did I miss something?
Corruption damage. Dang it.
Or this one. This book?
This?
Relax.
Wow.
Or this one. Please, don't listen. Like a metaphor?
Very nice.
Stop.
The moment of silence.
This book?
Guy.
Benefit from reading.
Time to turn the page. Stop.
Well, they made bring in the new skills so we could see it. These are pretty powerful. So. Okay, so
You can do this, Marcus. Or this one.
sort memories, write some notes down, and then do the skills. Try and top off.
Maybe now it's easier to understand.
Guy down.
Quick,
Two guys down.
I smell the scent of mayhem.
We're not half bad. Still pretty good.
Did I miss something?
More focus you down. We'll come on try and focus you down a little bit. You are about to open. Everybody
Relax.
hurts.
This book? I smell the scent of mint around.
I really
I can't beat it. Did I miss something? Or this one. This book? No rush. Time to turn the page. To transcribe.
just barely. Really Judy range skills. I guess I gotta just wait till I hit a point where they can't just progress. And show that their skills are like really issue.
Time for ears to listen. The moment of utterance. Learn from silence.
Did I miss something? Relax.
Time for tongues to speak.
Or this one.
Hopefully this fixes the guy.
The scale of your soul has tilted. The balance needs to be restored.
Oh, good. So that's a good thing.
Quick. No space.
Okay. Tell me still the situation a little bit.
You can do this, Marcus. It will all be fine.
Still up,
This book?
and then we're gonna hit apart.
Maybe now it's easier to understand. Breathe. To transcribe.
One way down. Just left. Nice.
The moment of silence.
Are we really doing this?
That should
Benefit
hopefully
from reading.
be. Yay!
The curtain has fallen.
So there we go. That took care of it, honestly.
This way, Doctor. We have to go back to your clinic. The Special Operations Squad will meet us there.
Marcus, you once said that there was another way to make things right. And then you did your part, as I did mine. But now, after all that's happened, please tell me, what's the point of us trying? Will we save them in time? Is there any chance that we can turn things around? The ritual you acquired, the one you said could save everyone. Is it working now?
Let me in. I have just one question. Why hasn't the project stopped yet?
Adler Hoffman, you have been removed from the team. You're not authorized to be here. You have violated
The LSCC safety management regulations? I brought them with me. You're welcome. If you cared about the regulations as much as you claim, you'd know that none of what's happening aligns with its guidelines. Even the head of Laplace has no authority to continue the experiment under these circumstances.
Get out of my face, Adler. I don't have time for this. We're in a state of war. Every participant has signed an informed consent form. If you are not part of this project, please leave immediately. We only have 18 hours until the storm. This is it. The first time we've made such a breakthrough in all 9 storms. Your sister gave up her life to take us this far. I hope you don't need me to remind you that.
Yes, she made the ultimate sacrifice, hoping that it would lead to a breakthrough. But instead, death continues to rise. How can you let this go on? I demand to know why the experiment is still going!
Don't we have enough crazies around here? Madame Lucy has important things to do. She has no time for you. Go cry to your therapist, human.
Important? What could be possibly more important than this right now? What happened to the humanitarian ideals of the Foundation? Are we now under the tyranny of machines? What's this important thing she's got to do? Reading the paper? Sipping on oil and charging up in a 230-volt bath?
Is that you, Adler? Welcome.
Okay, everybody. So that was something. And the thing we just saw, that little brown key, just FYI, that was Miss Lucy. That is her real body. The android body you see, that's not really her.
Look at this mirror, dear. There's a sizable stain on it.
I don't see a stain.
Look closer, dear. You can no longer see the part that has broken off, but you can see where it once was. Right there. A sizable stain. The owner thought the stain would be removed if she smashed the mirror. Now she has a collection of little mirrors, and the stain has gone into hiding.
Whose mirror is this?
A lady with great ambitions and an unconscious charm. A lady who wishes to make the rest of the world accept who she is, and has suggested that many others join her way of thinking.
Okay, I can't tell if you're talking about Kanya or Kana.
Her brother, on the contrary, hopes to be taken in. In his attempt to act like everyone else, he lost an arm in a duel.
Kanya is it? Good to know.
If you ask me, dear, I'd say they're very alike. Equally lonely. The brother and sister are a mirror image of each other. She's often repulsed by the sight of him, unable to reconcile herself with all that he reminds her of. Now the brother has found his missing arm, along with his long-lost dignity. The surgery that the sister had been hoping would be done on this world has finally started. But all of a sudden, she's terrified of the incisions. As I said, despite their differences in approach, the brother and sister are mirror images of one another. But now the mirror is broken. I hope she can make it through the 7 years of bad luck. Poor thing. There's no way around it.
Okay, so yeah, I get what she's saying here. And I understand where she's coming from as far as the referring to her brother as a image, because both of them, when she changed society, is always wanting to do so in a way without compromising herself as it against her individuality. But the brother was willing to give it up, but basically got punished for it. Because remember, he took a shot to his arm, he took a bullet to his shoulder, basically, and from what's implied, he could not use the arm anymore, at least not properly. He got a replacement arm, but it's been done in such a way that it's horrifying to Kanye, because now she doesn't recognize who the person is. Because it is her brother, but he's been warped, and this is just the reflection of the situation right now. A tiny grain of sand slips into the eye, causing tears to well up in response.
I am not in a suitable form to receive a guest. Simone, can you put me back in my body? I feel much better. Thank you. Oh, you have even put on a face for me. How sweet of you. I have noticed your icy gaze, Researcher Adler. You are yearning to correct the logic of this place. Well, I only said that to Simone out of courtesy. In reality, Whichever body I am put into makes no difference to me.
The experiment, ma'am. Why hasn't it stopped? Are you going to pretend that nothing's happened? That no one died? Could it be that you and Ulrich, the awakened, being the tin cans you are, have no regard for actual lives?
Adler Hoffman, I will not warn you again.
Relax, Adler. You are led by a biased opinion because you lack critical information, a common defect in all cognitive processes. I believe you will shift to a more rational perspective once you receive sufficient information on the subject.
A more rational perspective? We are humans, not machines. We are not expendable parts. I have plenty of reasons to question your decisions. Your excessive insistence on this experiment could be a sign of uncontrollable behavior, a trait commonly seen in arcanists.
The experiment has been cancelled everywhere, except for this very room.
What?
As you and researcher Medicine Pocket have said, the ritual is beyond the limits of almost everyone here. The side effects will kill them before the ritual can even take effect. The first wave was inevitable. Dora had pressed send before she disintegrated. We only managed to halt the subsequent transmissions and evacuate the unaffiliated staff. We kept only a few arcanists on the team, and each has signed the consent form.
Forgive me, ma'am, but I have to use your argument against you. You too are guided by a biased opinion, an overly optimistic one. Because you have failed to properly assess the risks involved. We have suffered enough misfortunes just by uttering a few syllables of the incantation. We've talked about the limit of things before. You should know better and ask the rest of the team to quit the experiment. Your insistence will only bring calamity upon calamity on our people for nothing.
You might be right. But how is being right going to help us?
Huh?
You spoke of the limit. And I am surprised that it is you who brought it up. The physical appearance of humans has remained relatively unchanged since the Neolithic era, but their thoughts and civilization continued to evolve and underwent significant transformations. The achievements that humanity enjoys today were not given to the species by any one person with godlike powers, but were the result of the collective efforts of all human beings. Limits and boundaries must be pushed, or there would never have been room for development. There is no reason to believe that the limit cannot be challenged, especially when we already have the tools to do so. We must make progress happen.
Grandiose lies.
Lies? We have no choice but to go beyond that limit. If we do not break away from the storm, there is no future for us, let alone progress. We need to first determine all the side effects as a priority. This important step will help us compile data and eliminate the effects so our colleagues can use the ritual safely.
And who will try it this time, Madam Lucy? You're not going to test the side effects as the cost of lives, are you?
No. Thanks to Ulrich, we stumbled upon a breakthrough. You are right. It is time to send the other Arcanists home. Only the Awakened are needed here.
The Awakened?
The power is back, Mom. We are ready to resume.
It will take time to properly explain. Please wait, Adler. We have yet to reach an agreement.
What? Are you experimenting? Here?
La Unwa.
Wait, she's reciting it? She's read the reports, right? She was there when Dora broke into pieces.
No. Simone, I cannot continue.
You fools! Don't just stand there! Stop her! Now! Who's going to lead us if she also turns into a pile of scraps?
Stay where you are, Enigma. You insisted on being here. You demanded to see this. Don't bring your pathetic, narrow-minded humanitarian values in here and tell us what to do. What do you know about us?
You can do it, madam. This is just part of the established procedures. Just a few more syllables, madam, and it will be over.
Established procedures. I like that. Clo. Was that all, Simone?
Yes.
Good.
Well, Lucy has my respect now. Like, she's nothing if she's not a good leader. Instead of having just thrown random test subjects until they figured something out, she took the lead and used herself. That's something else. That is the sign of a generally good person and good leader. They say good, you know you're working for someone good when they leave from the front instead of yelling from the back. Lucy did that and went beyond. That's what I want to say, but I'm going to leave it there for now and just move on to the next part. Let's see what happens next on Pioneers. Even if there's no path, even if there's no destination. That sums up Pioneer in one sentence.
She's dead. This is what you wanted to show me? To watch her utter a curse that's always brought death, only to die in vain? And you just let it happen? Calm down. Calm down. She's dead right there. You murderer. We have already repeated this experiment many times. Many times? What? You've sent people to their deaths over and over again? Look at you, Adler, peeing your pants over a curse. The human boy is so scared that he forgot to ask the crucial question. Did the ritual work? But what do you mean? The curse. The side effect killed her. The experiment failed. Is that not what happened? No. Triggering the curse and failure are two separate things. I was the first one to recite the incantation, way before Dora. When I read it aloud, it worked. I felt the warmth of a miraculous blessing on my head. Soft, light as a feather. I told Madame Lucy right away, but as soon as she left the room, the curse hit me, and I began to liquefy. There was no one else in the room. My liquid form had become too insubstantial to push the help button. A long darkness followed. After that, I woke up again in my original primitive form, the way I first came into this world. Original primitive form? Unlike humans, the awakened have neither flesh nor nerves. We are pieces of consciousness, echoes of a primordial melody that just happen to reside in material objects by chance. With a mind and a body combined, we could talk, learn, think like you do, and perform the experiment and endure the side effects. And this curse, for some reason, cannot affect the primal consciousness that caused our awakening in the first place. While human minds dissipate when their tangible bodies are destroyed, our minds reawaken regardless of the changes and destruction of our external bodies. Of course, this was an assumption based on idealized circumstances, and I needed another awakened being who could awaken in different bodies to confirm my theory. That is why I sought out Madame Lucy for cross-verification. The results?
Yes, it was an assumption! You said it yourself! You came back to life this time! But what about the next? Nothing is for sure in Arcanum! What if she never wakes up again? What if she dies for good?
We know what we are doing, human. Stay out of this. Only the awakened can carry out the experiment, so we must proceed. This has nothing to do with race. It is a sense of duty that every researcher should have possessed when they chose this path. We have to go beyond the limit. Not out of madness, but out of rationality.
We seem to have replicated effect number 2. And 117 of the Coleman Lab's protective rituals were proven ineffective. Write it down, Simone. This is the 4th time we have seen it. Also, number 45 and 69 are related to it. We need to speed up. This is too slow. Adler, what are you doing here? I am glad to see you out of your room and working with us again.
No, he's not on the team, Mum. He forced his way in here.
Oh? My apologies. I seem to lose a small amount of data when I reawaken. Still, I am glad that you are showing initiative, Adler. Were we supposed to talk?
No. We have nothing more to discuss, ma'am. Ulrich has filled me in on everything. But I still worry whether the experiment's risks were properly assessed.
Assessments will only be assessments. Much is beyond measure when it comes to Arcanum. Perhaps faith plays a more important role here.
I'm surprised it is you talking about faith, ma'am.
It seems we both have the ability to surprise each other. You are right. Assessments could indeed be useful to us. It allows us to know the probabilities of success and failure based on established facts and past experience. But when we find ourselves in uncharted darkness, with no information or past experience to guide us, how are assessments going to help us? The only thing we have in such darkness is the unwavering faith to move forward. When the first steam engine whistled, I awoke into this world. At the beginning of this new life, my circuits were charged with a singular primal desire to progress. In the midst of that never-ending whistle, I have watched man build the towers of science and knowledge, and I have watched them unleash chaos and destruction. You too have been lost and deterred, but your engines of progress have never stopped churning. Always move forward, no matter the destination you told yourselves. Until the storm brought everything to a standstill. But this is just a small setback. We are only back to the beginning where we stumble blindly. And this time, I happen to have a cane. No need to worry about me. I will not shut down as long as there is still hope for progress. We have wasted a bit of time on data recovery. Come, Simone. Let us begin the next experiment. I hope to dissolve into paste this time, so we can easily handle it with a Coleman's ritual of transformation.
Seen enough? We know what we are doing, and you are of no help here. It's been the same old story in this place for the past 8 years. When your faith crumbled during the storm, it was us who took over the place and cleaned up after you. It was us who got things back up and running, put coals in the hearth, and blazed a trail when everyone was lost in the dark. I know you may not understand the intricacies of the Arcanum, but please, show some basic respect for our efforts.
Will you do the experiments yourself, Ulrich?
Of course. I am not some emotional, unhelpful little punk.
Do you still remember Adams? Adams, Roman, Adolf, Sylvia, Albert, Louise, those who were taken from us by the rain. Melvin, Francis, Caroline, Leopold. They volunteered for the field, but we never heard from them again. Now we have Dora, Richard, Dawkins, and Victor on the list. Life has a wicked sense of humor. My mentor, my classmates, my colleagues. Each of them deserved to live more than me. But they're all gone now. There's only me talking to you. Alive. Useless. Am I going to see your names on that list too, Ulrich?
Spare me the feelings, human. Though I will take back my sarcastic jabs at you, it is not something a leader should do. Madame Lucy talked to me about the importance of teamwork. Go back to your room, Adler. The Arcanists will take over from here. Until we get the results, you won't be needed here.
I will say this, Ulrich. If you survive the experiments, I will submit the sincerest application to never be on the same team as you again. So neither of us will have to worry about teamwork. How's that sound?
Haha. I will wait for that application, Adler.
Who's there?
Adler Hoffman from the cryptography team. Is Medicine Pocket in? I heard that they wrote a paper on the linear correlation between the purity of an Arcanist bloodline and their power. Can I get some more details on the research?
The paper is here. Help yourself. Sorry about the stains on it. I just took it out of the trash. If you're looking for Medicine Pocket, I'm afraid they just left.
Left? To where? They left the building? Hasn't the countdown already begun?
Yes, and by regulations we are not to leave. But, they said their new theory had to be verified in the storm.
Okay, so another clue, and it looks like Adler's finally coming around to this. I think he's finally getting it. That he understands that, yes, Lucy is a machine, she's an Arcanist, and he understands that she's trying to do what she can to help people, help the situation. And he's starting to make him realize that he can't just be a defeatist, because yes, he's lost a lot, I'm not gonna lie there, but he also realized that there is still a chance to rebuild, save not just himself but other people, and he starts to accept and address that. But first, he has to chase down Medicine Pocket, who's gone off to who knows where to do who knows what. I want to pick up and go into the next chapter, but we are pressed for time at this point, so I will have to call here, unfortunately. But thank you all so much for watching. Comment down below. What do you think is Medicine Pocket's new theory? Because apparently she came up with the theory of creating, or the theory for how an Arcanist's blood relates to their power. That's interesting. But I want to hear, like, what do you think is going to happen next? But other than that, remember to hit the like button, the bell to be notified of videos, all that stuff, so this video can share more by the power that be. I want more people to enjoy this game because, I've already said this a ton of times, but it's an amazing game, it's a good game, especially for gacha. And on that, I hope to see you all in the next video. But until then, remember to be kind. Let's try to create something new tomorrow, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Until then, thank you all so much for watching. And remember, this is Starborn Feline saying goodbye.